So without further ado, I'll turn it over to Mr. Chuck Robinson.
And I'd like to welcome everyone to the Tuscarora Council February 2024 virtual roundtable. Like Chris said, we are recording this meeting, so we will be able, you'll be able to view it again later also. Who's doing the slides?
Give me 1 second. There we go.
Okay. And things that you need to remember, if you need to post questions, do them in the chat. We will have people watching the chat, both here and in the breakout sessions. Mute yourself unless you are presenting or speaking, and be aware of your surroundings. If you have a camera on, you don't want inappropriate things on the recording. So let's get started. Oh yeah, all right. Let's pledge of allegiance. Salute. Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. 2. Scout sign. The Scout oath. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country and to obey the Scout law, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. The Scout law. A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. 2. Announcements. Okay. The national calendar shows Scout Sunday is February 11th. Different churches and different charter organizations will have Scout Sunday on a different Sunday this month. I know some had it last. Some have it the weekend after the 11th. So check with your charter organization when you're having Scout Sunday. Freezeries. Both the Torhunta and the Nusiak Freezery are February 23rd through 25th. Torhunta's is going to be at Terra Creek Farm. Nusiak's is at Camp Tuscarora. There is adult, there's information on the website for both of these freezeries, including leader guides. So the new adult registrations require that criminal background checks are required, and the application will be considered pending until the criminal background check clears. This goes into effect March 1st. March 9th, we have a commissioner college. The 4 eastern counties in North Carolina are getting together to put on this commissioner college. It will be at the state troopers training in the Raleigh East area. I think that there are a few people on this call that will be trainers in that. Pinewood Derbies, both for Nusiak and Torhunta are also that day on March 9th. Torhunta's is at the Berkeley Mall in Goldsboro, and Nusiak's is at Central Baptist Church in Dunn. Again, more information is on the Tuscarora website. OA Spring Fellowship and Ordeal is March 15th through 17th. The Spring Cub Camp is March 22nd through 24th. April 1st, there's going to be new fees starting. Chris will have more on that later. Baloo is April 20th and 21st. There's a sign-in from the council website. The Fishing Derby is April 27th. Merit Badge College is tentatively May 4th. We really need to have good participation, and we really need to have more merit badge counselors training. The contact on that is Connie Barton. Spring Fellowship and Ordeal, March 15th through 17th. Oh, this was on twice. Sorry. And Chris, could you advance that one more? Thank you. Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills, IOLS, is May 18th and 19th. The Cub resident camps, the first period is June 16th through 19th, and the second period is June 19th through 22nd. What we don't show on here is the following 3 weeks after the Cub resident camps are Scouts BSA summer camps.
And this is like a really simple thing, but I think it's going to be so much fun.
AJ, what was that? Did you? Okay, never mind. NOAC is going to be July 29th through August 3rd. And Chris Chase, you have some announcements you want to make.
All right. Thank you, Chuck. We have a couple dates coming up for shooting sports trainings. If your unit is a Scouts BSA or a venture crew or a ship, you need to have some of your adult leaders to be trained as range safety officers or RSOs. So our date for RSO training for the spring is March 16th at Camp Tuscarora. So it's during the weekend of Spring Fellowship. So if you're going to Fellowship Ordeal and are not participating in the actual ordeal, then you can attend the RSO training. It'll be during the day on Saturday. We have, if you would like to be certified as a rifle or shotgun instructor, you have to come to 2 different weekends because you have to have basic rifle and basic shotgun, which is effectively the course we teach the kids over the summer camp. So that would be April 19th through the 21st, and you do need to be there for all 3 days. You'll have to come in on the 19th, and you'll have to leave in the afternoon of the 21st. There will be a shooting requirement, and there's a small fee for that course. And then the last weekend, if you want to be a rifle shotgun instructor, we have a training counselor coming May the 17th through the 19th. So again, that's Friday night to Sunday afternoon or Sunday evening. And that's for basic, that's going to take the instructor portion of rifle and shotgun. So you'll have to have taken basic and been certified in it before you can come to rifle and shotgun. So just because you have a working knowledge of rifle and shotgun, you have to be certified through the NRA in order to do that. So we will have a pistol course in the fall. So if anybody's interested in becoming a certified pistol instructor, we will have a course in the fall where you'll have to take basic pistol first, and then you can come and take the pistol training course. You cannot do that with Scouts BSA, but if you're a crew or ship, you can be certified. And if you're a Cub leader and you'd like to be Range Master certified, I will do it on the RSO training weekend. If you come and take the RSO course, you can just get the Range Master, but I'll give you an hour date, a time that you can come if you just want Range Master. And Range Master is free. It's just RSO is going to cost around $40. Okay. Oh, and Wood Badge course dates will be coming out soon. So again, every scout deserves a trained leader. So we will have Wood Badge 25, and that'll be my course too.
Okay, thank you, Chris.
Thank you.
Chuck, can I say something about Merit Badge College real quick?
Yes, please.
I put in the Tuscarora Times that if I do not hear from some people that there is an interest by, I think I put a date next week, we will not be having a Merit Badge College. It's too much work to put into it to only wind up with a handful of people registering at the end. So if anybody's interested, they need to go ahead and drop me an email and just tell me about how many scouts they think they'll have coming, and we'll go from there.
Okay. Thank you, Connie. So Chris, Jen, we have too many Chris's on here. Thank you. That's what I wanted. So our safety moment, we want to talk about camp out safety checklist. There is, and I'm going to try to do two things at once. There is a camp out safety checklist, and I'm going to try to put a link in the chat. I know it's a long link. I didn't want you to have to copy it. You could just, copy and paste that later. But this is a good document to, make sure that you have everything that you need before your camp out. Some of the things that you need: documentation, medical records for everyone going on the outing. Guidebooks like the Guide to Safe Scouting. You need to review it. You need to carry it with you. Permission slips. You would hate to, get stopped and, why do you have all these boys with you here? I have permission to have them. This is for your own safety, as well as for the safety of the youth that you are taking out with you. Training, general training, such as youth protection training, CPR first aid, and hazardous weather or specific trainings such as trek safely or wilderness first aid. It gives you the confidence to know what to do in the event of an emergency. If you are a Cub Scout pack, you need to have at least one, and preferably more than one, Baloo trained before you go on an outing. Planning. Planning is important. You need to become familiar with the campsite you're going to. Do some research about the weather. Any licensing permit requirements. Oh, and you probably also want to make sure that you have enough vehicles to take the youth and the adults to the campsite, and make sure that all the drivers are licensed and trained. And it wouldn't hurt to, look at the license to make sure it hasn't expired. I've heard of these things happening. Equipment. A plan for what vehicles you have involved and any tools that are necessary for your camping experience. Do you need a trailer? Do you have your first aid kit? Any other emergency kits that you might need? Emergency planning. Keep a cell phone handy. A list of local authorities where you're going to be: fire department, police, hospital, etc. Have a plan in case of inclement weather. Have a plan in case of a lost scout. If you're in the backcountry, you watch out for canyons. And sometimes in remote locations, your coverage might not be too good for the cell phone. You might have to walk a ways before you get a signal. Program. Know your program. There should be, age-appropriate activities, and there is a a document for age-appropriate guidelines. Let me put that link in the chat. And also, I have a link to the Guide to Safe Scouting. If we are very prepared for these things, we'll have a much better time and a much safer time when we're camping. And now I want to turn it over to Chris Jen.
Thank you, Chuck. So I get the pleasure of talking about two things tonight. So one is the new membership fees, and the other is the new membership and unit renewal process that we were teased about last year. It's becoming a reality as of March 1st. So as alluded to, beginning March 1st, all 2024 membership fees will be separated from the unit renewal. So today when we do charter renewals, we spend a lot of time hunting people down, get their information, get their checks, etc. And that just gets our recharge. So whether you're doing December, January, February, some cases even March, you know, this in theory might simplify what we do. But just note that beginning March 1st, here in a couple of weeks, those fees are going to be segregated from the dues you need to collect, possibly. And I'll get to that here in a second. Payment of yearly membership fees will be completed with a family or self-pay option. And alternatively, the unit can elect to pay BSA membership fees for any member of the unit. So a couple different ways. I think committees need to get together and decide how they want to do this. It is going to be an option within My.Scouting that the unit sets. I have a slide with that's after this one, kind of goes through that a little bit. But really, the committee should be talking about how they want to collect those fees and really be on top of it, because this is going to be kind of a bugaboo for a lot of people, especially if you're collecting once and twice. Just so parents and leaders are aware that what the policy for your unit is going to be for collecting the BSA dues versus the troop fees, or unit fees, I should say. After March 1st, new members who join after July 31st of this past year will not pay additional BSA membership fees, since they've already paid a 12-month joint fee. So to recall, if you joined after July last year, you're paying 12 months advance. So their fees are going to come due in July. So that's where we're really going to start seeing a lot of the change when it comes to collecting dues. Those families who renew each year on the anniversary of, those families will renew each year on their anniversary month of joining. So as is state today, we collect it whenever the unit recharters. That's going to be broken out to some degree, where folks will have to register or collect, pay directly to the BSA or through the unit. Again, let me get to that here in a minute. So January, February units, or unites, should say units, have a reduced lapse period of 30 days to complete the recharter process. So there is some grace period there. And all recharters still should be submitted in advance of the due date. So charters are completed on time. And to really save our registrar, Amanda, at the Scout office, who, this time of year, she gets a stack of paper and she does her best to get through as efficiently and quickly as she can. So just keep that in mind. Don't wait around for the last minute. As much as we love to do that, just know there's downstream activities that still need to occur. So what this infographic kind of shows, kind of the unit charter before and after. Just call you attention to the one on the right. So within My.Scouting, in the organization manager part of My.Scouting, a unit leader, committee chair, charter organization rep, or designee who have access can go in and set these. You need to click on unit renewal on the menu, validate their information to make changes to the leadership if needed, in position manager, have leaders take YPT if needed, e-sign the page, and pay and submit. So there are auto renewal, manual renewal, and unit paid renewal. So you have three options. So in auto renewal, individual membership renewal and fees are paid automatically by the individual. So my assumption here is their notice will go straight to the member for them to pay for their or Scout to have their fees paid for. Or you can do manual renewal, where individual membership renewal and fees are paid to the unit or local council. So what that means is they pay you, the unit, but you as a unit are responsible to make sure that that money gets to national. Again, this is national fees. How your unit does it for those fees when it comes to charter time, strongly suggest as a unit key 3 or council or committee get together and really discuss how you want to do this. Strongly suggest that. Something you're going to want to get in front of, especially from an optics standpoint. Unit paid renewals, so individual memberships renewals and fees are paid by the unit. So you could front the money and just collect it at the end of the year. There's some financial risk with that. Depends what kind of, where your unit's at. But there are options to make this work. Really, at the end of the day, National wants to make sure that they're, with the new membership fee structure, that their income is coming in. So kind of a smart move on their part, but at the end of the day, it's going to become the unit is going to become kind of the they're the monkey in the middle. They're going to get called out. So again, as your council commissioner, I'm strongly encouraging you guys to discuss this as a unit. So some more information. This will be in the slide deck that gets sent out post roundtable, so you guys have this, but it kind of dives into a little bit more about the auto renewal process. All right, new membership fees. Effective April 1st, 204, 2024. So youth fees are going to increase by $5, $85. Adults are decreasing to $65. The joining fee is discontinued, so any new scouter or youth joining, those fees will be discontinued. There are other increases too. So we'll be sending that in the Tuscarora Commissioner newsletter that goes to the key 3, so you guys will have that information. But just know there's a $5 fee increase mostly across the board. I believe also what's it called, the magazine Scout Life is going up to $12 or $17. I forget the exact number, but that is also increasing. So those are the new fees, new ways to sign up. If you have any questions, feel free to put those in the chat. I think we have a couple of minutes for some questions. If you have any, just be sure to unmute yourself or put yourself back on mute. So I'll pause there for a second, see if anybody has any questions. Yeah. If not, keep an eye out for the commissioner newsletter, Tuscarora Times, information from your DEs. I know they send their own newsletters. So if you're not getting the information, you need to come out from underneath your rock, because we're spamming you left and right. So, and I'm just watching AJ. I'm trying to figure out if he's at Margaritaville or what he's doing. So not sure where he's at. So he'll tell us later, I'm sure. Okay. So Chuck, anything else before we send everybody off to the breakouts?
I don't have anything else.
All right.
Except when you get to the breakouts, if you could put your name, email address, and unit number in the chat, so that we can take attendance, so that we can give you credit for being here. And that's all I have, Chris.
All right. Thanks everybody for joining. So we have some instructions on the screen here. You should see in your menu bar in Zoom. There sometimes is not always the case, because it just depends what version of Zoom you're using. But for the most case, if you click on the breakout rooms, it's going to bring up a screen that'll show you Cubs, BSA Roundtable, parking lot. So you can just easily just click on the join button, the blue join button, to go to the Scouts BSA or the Cubs. Parking lots for afterwards. If you want to come hang out with me afterwards, you're more than welcome. But if you want to go see the Cubs Roundtable, click on that. If you're going to go to the Scouts, go to that one. So, and if you have problems joining, just let me know and I can manually push you to where you need to go.
Yeah, Chris, you're gonna have to put me in the Boy Scout one, because I don't have that as an option.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chase. Good seeing you.
I need to go to the Cubs,
Lisa.
please.
Cubs.
And I need to go to the Cubs.
Where are you? Are you?
Yeah,
This
Chris,
is
this
Ada. I need to
Johnny
go
Cubs.
to the BSA.
Eva.
Okay,
Push, push
I'm
me over
not
to
having any luck
244.
getting the breakouts for BSA.
Connie, you want to go to the Scouts BSA?
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, this is Becca. Can you put me in the Cubs, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Teresa needs Cubs too.
Robert, where were you saying you need to go?
This is Robert. Can you put me in the Cubs?
All right.
All right, James Blevins, I need to go into Cubs also, please.
All right, James. On your way. John, where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to Scouts, but what this thing shows is next to reactions, I've got show captions. Don't have the nice little breakout room thingies.
All right, not a problem. I'll send you on your way.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Kim, Cubs. All right, AJ, your choice. Where would you like to go tonight? You're on mute, so I can't. You Cubs? Okay.
This is Shane. Cubs for me, please, buddy.
All right. Shane, you're off to Cubs. Thank you. All right. Brandon, where would you like to go?
It doesn't matter to me. You can stick me wherever you want me.
All right, I'll put you in Scouts since AJ went to Cubs. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. All right. Robert. Dave?
Yeah, Cubs.
All right. Robert, you should be there. Where'd you go? Is there something on the screen that says to go or? Oh, there you go. All right. Dave Price? If you're talking, you're on mute. Or Charles Troop 42. Well, Troop 42, I'm going to put you in Scouts. All right. Dave, are you there? Oh, gotcha. Just saw you in the chat. Let me put you right over. Thank you for coming. All right, kill that.